Here?
Who took my cup? That could have been bad.
Welcome to today's side quest. The store run against the clock. Just another day.
You get 70 to 80 degrees, no humidity. It's perfect baseball weather.
In Kansas, that's the main thing that I've noticed.
Just the all-around package of it up here, it's a dream come true.
There's a quality of life up here I really, really appreciate. And then the golfing and fishing, of course.
From the producers of Touching the Game, the story of the Cape Cod Baseball League, comes a new film that gives an inside look at a place where they only play day games.
I think the first 5 days I got about 15 hours of sleep.
We could stay up to about 2:30 in the morning fishing, and still just that evening light out there.
I didn't know if I was going to be able to go to sleep or what, and we're going to be playing like midnight games and everything like that, but I like it now.
The Alaska Baseball League. Our award-winning documentary crew immerse themselves in the heart of the frontier state, in a league that is rich in baseball history, and a vacation destination for any true baseball fan.
Every baseball fan should come up and watch the Midnight Sun game, just to see the atmosphere and what it's like to start a baseball game at 10:30 at night and not have to use artificial lights.
It's a league where lasting bonds are formed, and there is no shortage of knowledgeable and colorful characters.
People here are great. They love their baseball, and they love this league. They come out and they put their heart and soul in it. They really have a good time out here.
And everybody has a story to tell.
This moose is running as fast as he can straight towards me.
They grow these 100-pound cabbages and things.
Bear comes up right behind us. I'm like, what the heck's going on?
And I thought, oh, holy cow, this guy is going to crash. He veered off and missed the scoreboard by, I don't know how he missed the scoreboard, but he missed the scoreboard.
It's a starting ground for future stars, where long road trips can be a grueling but unforgettable experience.
Becerra right here, bingo!
Bingo hall? I'm staying in cots. But man, you get up there and you got all your team together and you guys are together that whole weekend. It's a blast.
You seriously go through some funny things in there. Create situations that you can talk about years from now and say, hey, remember when this happened, remember when that happened.
The Olympic Village is definitely something you don't really talk about until you kind of had that experience.
It's bad, but it's a funny bad. You just go there, you stay there. It makes you want to be out on the field to play baseball.
It's a place where boys become men, and some of the best amateur baseball in the world is played.
There's no experience like summer in Alaska.
It's there to beat you down. It's there to test you as a human being. And just as life is going to throw some tough things at you, it's going to prepare you for pretty much anything you're going to face in this game. It's just overcoming adversity and can you mentally handle it? And if you can, you're going to get pretty far in this game.
Touching the Game, Alaska.
The path to success in a changing economy has its share of ups and downs. That's why 49th State Brewing Company partners Jason and David came to First National Bank Alaska, where experience matters, local knowledge counts, and understanding Alaska's many frontiers makes all the difference. From Denali Park to downtown Anchorage, we can help you succeed. First National Bank Alaska. We believe in Alaska.
Today at BP, we're keeping oil and gas flowing where and when it's needed.
So we're going to be driving
and increasing investment in the transition to lower carbon energy. Right now, we're driving 46,000 steel beams into the ground for a new solar project that will drive lower carbon energy and support local jobs. Our team has recently expanded our production of renewable diesel, which is expanding its use across the West Coast. our engineers just connected 12 new wells to an existing platform, connecting the country to more oil and gas at a critical time. We're running more wells on electricity so we can run our operations with lower emissions. Just some of the ways we're turning our plans into action. And BP's wider transformation is underway. While today we're mostly in oil and gas, we've increased global investment into our lower carbon and other transition businesses from around 3% in 2019 to around 30% last year.
In 1986, we started Alaskan Brewing Company. And so we've always tried to reflect the quality that the state has in the beers that we make.
Alaska's beautiful, it's true, it's real.
For 30 years, we've been trying to capture the nature of Alaska and put it in a bottle. Today, 30 years later, we're still making beer in the last frontier.
I think you're gonna like your new nose, Miss Hastings.
And cut. I'm Steve Martin. As an actor, it's my job to make people believe that what they're seeing is real. Hey. Hey! That the frustration is real. Man, I'm hungry. Oh, the disappointment is real. 1, 2, 3, 4. Winner! Eat it, Kyle. You're all losers. That the joy is real, but it's not real. It's acting. Wow! That's fantastic! Or was I just acting? Only way to find out is to try it yourself.
We are a family business serving Alaskans for over 60 years. Our founder is my dad, Herb Ekman, a German immigrant who started the business in 1963 with his good friend Otto. To this day, the business is dedicated to making products that are distinctive and of the highest quality.
From Anchorage, Alaska. Drake Toll joining you from Mulcahy Stadium. It's the opening game of the Alaskan Baseball League. Your Anchorage Bucs against the rival Anchorage Glacier Pilots. Good evening, everybody, or good morning, wherever you're listening from. This is sunny Alaska, and by sunny, I mean really sunny. These players have come together to one of the grand places on earth to play baseball, to not get a lot of sleep and do what they love to do. And tonight, you get a rivalry matchup from a ballpark that these to back your Anchorage Bucs 17-18 in their 2022 campaign, trying to get back to prominence. Winners of 9 league championships all time. Coach Ken Hocup is the one who's trying to get him there. When we come back, Coach joins the Full Sail pregame show to tell us more about this 2023 edition of the Anchorage Bucs baseball team.
Man, valet took forever.
There's no valet here.
Who took my That could have been bad.
Of the 2020
2-2. Welcome to today's side quest. The store
rock and roll, boys.
Against the clock. Just another day in the life of Mike. Lemonade that hits harder for Mikes that go harder. The world needs more Mikes.
Back here for the Full Sail pregame show, Drake Toll alongside head coach Ken Hocup. Coach, new team, Entire roster flips over. How much do you learn about your guys today?
You learn a lot because, you know, I don't like to use the military references, but it's true. You know, the bullets are flying. You know, the baseball can act like a bullet. And you learn a lot. Practice is good to see some abilities, but so many players change when the lights turn on and the action hits, and they either turn it up or turn it down, and that's what you like to see in the games.
How important is it to emphasize that there's a whole group of folks from Anchorage who'll be out here tonight watching these guys play, and it adds a different level to winning?
Yeah, you know, the years I've been coming up here, the fan support is so awesome. And I try and let the guys know that they appreciate baseball up here because they don't get a lot of it. And they are young ambassadors of the game to keep the kids up here interested in baseball, since they don't get the full-time playing like we do in the lower 48.
Coach, you got a lot of folks watching Alaskan League baseball for the first time tonight. How do you describe what this league is and how it's different from the Woods, Cape, everywhere else?
Views, and views. If you get a chance tonight and you get to see the camera angles and everything, the mountains, the clearness of the air, the enthusiasm around the field as well. Like I had stated earlier, the fans are excited to see the games, and the players, I would almost guarantee you none of them had Alaska ever on their bucket list. And when they get up there and they see it and everything, they even get more excited.
Coach, you talk about the players. We talked about what you can learn tonight. Is there anything at all you've been able to learn in the last couple of days of practice that gives you an idea of what this team's makeup's going to be?
I'm so happy to see that there is a lot of already bonding going on. They already seem like they're getting pretty close, and you know, it's batting practice, but I've seen some right-handed hitters go out to right center field, which I've very rarely have ever seen up here. So I think we got some pop, but I think we have some hidden speed too. We haven't really run the bases or anything yet, but I think we got some hidden speed.
Coach, you got lions, not sheep on the shirt today. Unpack that for me.
It's life. You want leaders, you want protectors, you want providers, and you don't want people just doing things because they see somebody else. The Lions are all individuals that work together, and that's what good teams are. You have your lion that's the head guy. You have your guys that will protect at night. And it's the same thing with a team. You have guys that will bunt. Then it's prideful.
Favorite flavor of Bang energy drink?
Probably Blue Raz.
Coach, best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
When we come back, it's the rest of the Full Sail pregame show. Drake Toll with you here, Anchorage Glacier Pilots.
Of all the reasons we love Alaska, easy isn't one of them. We like a good challenge, but we also love innovative technology that simplifies our busy lives. Whether you want to make a deposit or pay a bill, check in or check out, or quickly send and receive money, one bank has the online and mobile tools to help you through whatever comes your way. Simple, secure, reliable. Bank on the go. First National Bank, Alaska.
Boar's Head has harnessed the power of fire to unlock an intense new flavor. An expertly charred, flame-grilled masterpiece to take your senses to new heights. Because when Boar's Head lights a fire, we ignite an experience worth savoring. New Boar's Head Firesmith Flame-Grilled Chicken Breast. Flavor forged in flame. Available only at the deli and only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.
Back with you here from Mulcahy Stadium as the Anchorage Glacier Pilots have taken the field. Your Bucs will bat first as the road team tonight, and the national championship is just moments away. That'll close it up for us in the Full Sail pregame show. When we come back, it's baseball from Alaska. The Full Sail pregame show is over, and the season begins. Coming up next.
I'm currently the discipline engineering team leader at BP Wind. I'm actually a chemical engineer by training. I started my career in the upstream oil and gas division. Spent about 8 years supporting operations, both in onshore and offshore processing platform. I knew I was ready for a change. As luck had it, I ended up in wind on a short-term assignment, which then I knew had to turn into a long-term assignment. I think if I were to advise people who are in upstream now and would like to transition into renewables, I would say learn as much as you can about the actual problems that wind farms face, the challenges they have to overcome, and how your skill set can help solve those problems. The general operating principles and operating rigor is the same, whether you're in upstream oil and gas or supporting operations on a wind farm.
We are a family business serving Alaskans for over 60 years. Our founder is my dad, Herb Beckman, a German immigrant who started the business in 1963 with his good friend Otto. To this day, the business is dedicated to making products that are distinctive and of the highest quality.
When Arby's added bacon to the Wagyu Steakhouse burger, it was like, not bad. Then Arby's grabbed that peppercorn ranch and has never felt more alive. Arby's, we have the meat.
In 1986, we started Alaskan Brewing Company. And so we've always tried to reflect the quality that the state has in the beers that we make.
Alaska's beautiful. It's true. It's real.
For 30 years, we've been trying to capture the nature of Alaska and put it in a bottle. Today, 30 years later, we're still making beer in the last frontier.
Well, in true opening night fashion, the PA system has gone down here at Mulcahy Stadium, so there was no national anthem to be played, and instead, the group of a couple of thousand Glacier Pilots and Bucs fans who are in attendance sang it a cappella. Drake Toll with you here from Mulcahy. With the Full Sail pregame show behind us, we've got baseball, and let's meet the starting lineup for your Bucs. Coach Ken Hocuff's squad trying to avenge a 17-18 record last season, with the leadoff hitter in left field is Lex Bodeker from University of Central Florida, carrying 16 home runs with him. Bodeker leads off. In the 2-hole, the center fielder Cole Lacey from Phoenix College. In the 3 spot, the right fielder Ben Haar from San Diego. Batting cleanup at designated hitter Dante Turgeon from Gilbert Community College. In the 5-hole, the first baseman Jackson Sorensen from Gonzaga. Sorensen bats 5th. Jacob Rebrook is at third base, bats 6th out of Pepperdine. Batting 7th at catcher, Trent Burkhalter from Nebraska Omaha. In the 8-hole, the shortstop Logan Hocuff from Allegheny College. Batting 9th, the second baseman Curtis Abear from Portland. And the pitcher today for your Bucs is J.D. Goodcase out of San Diego. We'll show you his 90-mile-an-hour fastball in the bottom of the first. But let's meet the defense across the way for the Glacier Pilots. In left field, it's Taguchi. Center field, Rodriguez. In right field, Barraza. Left to right across the infield. Carpenter at third. Nikolic at shortstop. Henson at second base. Sugita at first base. Aaron Siniceros is your pitcher. And Huck Wathan is behind the dish. Harding, the designated hitter today for the Glacier Pilots. A point of emphasis. I already mentioned the name Bodeker. We'll mention him a lot this season. Lex Bodeker, 16 home runs and labeled as the Buck to watch out for this year. If you want a guy to keep tabs on out of Central Florida, Lex Bodeker is your player. Along with that, at Central Florida, those 16 bombs, had a 352 OBP to accompany his 266 batting average. 16 homers, 46 RBI, 39 runs scored, and started 55 games in his spring. Bodeker stands in the left-handed batter's box, and let's play baseball in Alaska. Siniceros, first pitch of the game, is tapped foul to our left, and we have started the season in Anchorage. You'll notice things seem rather quiet at the ballpark. They did in pregame as well with that PA system going down. These two teams didn't have any music to listen to in the pregame and get themselves ready for our ball game this afternoon as Siniceros misses high with a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Count even at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch is outside. Bodeker now ahead 2-1. So with that, the fans have had to carry to keep this ballpark lively so far today. 2-1 pitch. Bodeker fouls it off, evens the count at 2-2. Aaron Siniceros is out of Cal State Fullerton. Went to do our research on him today. Our entire staff did, the media staff, as the 2-2 is skied on the infield. And carries out to right field. Barraz is there, camps out underneath it, and Bodeker is retired for the first out of the ball game. First out of the season for both of these teams. But went to do our research on Aaron Siniceros and didn't find much. Didn't pitch an inning for Cal State Fullerton this past season, so trying to build his stock over the course of the 36 games that the Alaskan Baseball League holds. Now he'll face center fielder Cole Lacey. Lacey for the Bucs out of Phoenix College. Takes one off his helmet, and he'll take first base. Umpire calls time, goes out to check on him. Head coach does the same. Looks like Lacey's okay, and he's got a free pass standing over at first as the first base runner of the season. Brings up the right fielder, Ben Haar. Haar out of the University of San Diego, starting in right field for the Bucs. Has an opportunity to move Cole Lacey over. First pitch to Haar. Called ball a little low and outside. Fastball from Siniceros. I'll give you a 3-pitch mix. Fastball, curveball, changeup. Do know that. The 1-0 now to Haar. Big cut and a miss in the fastball. Haar, 6'1", 190-pound freshman from San Diego out of La Mesa, California. Throw over to first base is not in time to get Lacey. Haar attended Helix High School this season. Started in 2 games, had 13 at-bats in total for San Diego. 2 hits on the year. Both of those came against Cal Bap on March 20th. He's got a 1-1 count here. Big cut and a miss. He's down 1-2. But Lacey from Phoenix at first. Haar at the dish. The 1-2. Fouled away. Count remains. Lacey reaching via the hit by pitch. Haar, the 3-hole, trying to move him over. One ball, 2 strikes to Ben Haar. Way upstairs. Two count. Runner stays put. It's a ball outside. Count's gone full. Siniceros, this first full count of the evening. Ben Haar in a position to battle. The payoff pitch. That's a ball downstairs. 2 free passes consecutively bring up the 4-hole Dante Turgeon. Now runners at first and second for your Bucs. And Turgeon to the plate out of Gilbert Community College. Turgeon, another one of your Bucs to watch out for this year. 340 average this spring. 446 OBP. First pitch from Siniceros, fastball down the heart of the plate. Turgeon trying to size him up, lays off of it. The 0-1 pitch now. Off the end of the bat to the first baseman, ball is down. It's not caught, but stuck in a pickle now is Haar. The throw to second to get him is in time. It was a force out. However, They got the out at first base first, so you got to tag hard. Henson didn't know it. Instead of tagging hard, he thought it was a force, as did I. Both of us were wrong. Now that puts Har at second base, Lacey over to third. So 2 runners in scoring position, Turgeon back to the dugout. Ball off the handle of his bat over to first base, and now the lefty Jackson Sorensen steps in. First pitch he gets fouled off. Sorensen, product out of Gonzaga. A solid baseball program over there. Played mostly in and around the infield for the Zags. Plays at first base today and takes a strike. Now down on the count, 0-2. A hit here could score 2 for the Bucs. Sorensen. No at-bats this season for the Zags, but trying to get back into the feel of things on the left-handed side. Brings a ball high and outside. Count at 1-2. 2 down, 2 on. The big lefty at the dish. Takes a breaking ball. It's in there. Changeup locks him up. It's a strikeout to Strand. 2 in scoring position. We take you to the bottom of the first. Bucs 0, Pilots 0. Anchorage can't do anything here.
To get that personal, to get the State Farm personal price plan, it helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Oh, Coach, it happened again. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Call or click to get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We bring you back to Mulcahy Stadium. Bucs taking on the Glacier Pilots in the season opener, the Alaskan Baseball League. Drake Toll along with you here. Let's meet the starting lineup. Across the way for the Bucs and Coach Dave Serrano. In left field and batting first is Ken Taguchi from Grand Canyon, a freshman in the leadoff, Taguchi. Batting second in center field, Elijah Rodriguez, freshman from Mary Hardin Baylor. Batting third, the right fielder, Nathan Barraza from Cal Northridge. In the 4-hole, third baseman Will Carpenter out of Wichita State. Batting fourth is Carpenter. Batting fifth, the second baseman Will Henson, a freshman out of Lindenwood. In the 6-hole, the designated hitter Troy Harding from California Community College. Batting seventh at first base, Terrence Sugita from Crown College. In the 8-hole, the catcher Huck Wathan from Charlotte. And batting ninth, Andrew Nikolak, the shortstop freshman out of Loyola Marymount. For the Bucs in the field, Bodeker in left, Lacey in center, Har in right. Across the infield from left to right, Rebrook is at third base, Hokuff at shortstop, Abear at second, Sorensen at first. Your designated hitter Turgeon is batting in place of the pitcher, J.D. Goodcase, and behind the dish is Burkhalter. Speaking of Goodcase, a product out of San Diego, he tops out at about 89, 90 miles an hour on the fastball. Mostly a fastball guy. You'll see him mix in the breaking ball every now and then. About 67% of the time he's throwing the fastball, though. His off-speed, curveball, and changeup. That is what he'll have to offer to this Glacier Pilot lineup. It's led off by Ken Taguchi from Grand Canyon. Taguchi, in his freshman campaign for the Lopes, at 6 foot 165, didn't get an at-bat. So getting his first taste of live baseball for the first time in a while, and fouls one off to our left. Down to the count, 0-1 after the fastball from Goodcase. Righty working from the stretch to start the game, goes outside. Count even at 1-1. No time for the windup for Goodcase. He's going stretch the whole way. JD, 1-1 pitch, fouled away again. In his spring, Goodcase 9 1/3 innings. Allowed 7 earned runs, had 7 strikeouts and 7 walks in that span. His 1-2 pitch. Fastball low. Good by Burkhalter, the catcher, to get up underneath it, keep it in front of him, count even at 2-2. Another two-strike pitch from Goodcase. Deep to left field. Bodeker coming over. Doesn't have room, it's down. Keeps it in front of him, but it'll be a double. A stand-up double to lead things off for the Pilots from Can Taguchi. Just out of the reach of the diving glove of Bodeker in left. He was able to get on top of it by the time it bounced, but Taguchi stands at second base. And Elijah Rodriguez comes to the plate. Rodriguez, Texas product. Freshman from Mary Hardin Baylor. Takes a ball outside. Here's your fun fact. Mary Hardin Baylor, the sister school of Baylor University. When the two universities split off and their founder, Judge Arby Baylor, died, he was entombed on the campus of Mary Hardin Baylor, where he sits today. Called strike. Baylor being the more prominent university, but the founder being entombed at Mary Hardin Baylor, where Elijah Rodriguez passes by his body every day. The 1-1. Oh, big cut and a miss in the breaking ball. Pretty stuff from Goodcase. He's ahead 1-2. Goodcase shakes off the sign from Burkhalter and fires in the two-strike pitch. Just tap foul. It is 6:19 local time here in Anchorage, Alaska. The sun is high in the sky. Looks about 1 p.m. wherever else you might be. Goodcase. Another 1-2. And another foul ball. See, one thing they don't warn you about before you get up here. They say there's a lot of sunlight. What they don't tell you is it never really goes down. About 12:30, it gets to dusk and stays dusk until about 3:30, 4 o'clock. 1-2. Way upstairs, gets away from Burkhalter. Coming over to third base safely and standing up easily is Taguchi. So now with nobody down, a 2-2 count on the two-hole Elijah Rodriguez. The Glacier Pilots have a chance to strike first. 2-2 pitch. Did he go? No, he didn't. Breaking ball just a tad inside. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes on the two-hole. Goodcase shakes off the first one from Burkhalter. Now he's ready. The payoff pitch downstairs. Runners at first and third now for the Pilots with nobody down in the bottom of the first. Goodcase has a jam to get himself out of. 3-hole Nathan Barraza, sophomore out of Cal Northridge, to the plate. Barraza, 6'2", 200-pound product. Starting in right field today. Had 135 plate appearances in the spring, and skies one over to right field. Camping out is hard, makes the catch. The throw home is not cut off. Tag at the plate, not in time. The Glacier Pilots strike first. 1-0 on the sacrifice fly from Nathan Barraza. First out of the inning, Pilots lead 1-0. And a runner still at third base. Make it first base. in Elijah Rodriguez. Rodriguez goes. Throw down to second from Burkhalter is not in time. As Will Carpenter out. Carpenter had an early 1-0. Carpenter out of Wichita State. Batting cleanup out of and playing third base for Anchorage. Fouled off to our left. Pretty good turnout today in Mulcahy Park. Capacity 3,500. You'll see as many as 4,000 pack this place in for big ball games such as today's. Looks like the crowd is pushing a couple to almost 3,000 here today. Another foul ball, and just like that, Carpenter's behind on the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A hit from him could possibly drive home Rodriguez from second. He reached on an 8-pitch walk. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Carpenter. Runner goes, and thankfully the ball's fouled off. Rodriguez got a huge jump at second. Would have been safe at third. But instead the foul ball sends him right back to where he was. Another 1-2 pitch from J.D. Goodcase. Shakes off the first call from Burkhalter. Shakes off the second call from Burkhalter. Down for a base hit. Coming around third to score is Rodriguez. He'll do so standing up. And at first base, with an RBI single, is Will Carpenter. So now it's still just 1 down. The Bucs trail 2-0 as Carpenter stands on first. And that brings up the 5-hole, Will Henson, second baseman, a freshman out of Lindenwood. Delivery to Henson. It's in the dirt. One-oh count. Goodcase, eyes Carpenter at first. Fires in a ball that gets away from Burkhalter. About an inch or so off the plate. Burkhalter calls time to get a new baseball. 2 balls, no strikes. Pilots 2, Bucs 0 here in the bottom of the first from Mulcahy. Throw over to first base, not in time. Carpenter, who stands at first. Decent speed. The fastball is just inside at 90 miles an hour from Goodcase. 3 balls, no strikes. Already has 1 walk here in the bottom of the opening inning. 3-0 from Goodcase, trying to keep the at-bat alive, is up high. To first goes the second baseman, Will Henson. Now runners at first and second for the 6-hole Troy Harding from California Community College. And that'll warrant a mound visit. Coach Ken Hocuff, the skipper of the Anchorage Bucs, comes out and wants to talk to Goodcase. Got runners at first and second. Still just 1 down here in the inning for the Bucs. Mentioned 17 and 18 last season. 9 league championships overall. The Bucs commissioned in the year 1980. Have had a lot of success in this program since then. Coach Hocuff has been a part of 1 title in 2019. Bucs have a couple in recent memory. 2015 they captured 1. And the mound visit with J.D. Goodcase is over. This game, the majority of the emphasis on this game is getting a feel for the team. If you're Coach Ken Hocuff, because it's tough to know exactly what you'll get. Righty standing in, Troy Harding. Has runners at first and second and takes it off speed upstairs. One ball, no strikes. He's got an opportunity with a runner in scoring position to drive in another run and add to this 2-0 lead for the Pilots. The 1-0. He's guided to right field, tracking over is Har. Can he get there? No, he can't. Lands in fair territory. This one might score 2. But instead, it's going to load the bases. Har was able to get there quickly enough, and what happened is he deked the base runners. Carpenter and Henson both held up, thinking that Har was going to be able to make a play on the ball. So they'll stand at second and third. Harding's at first with a single, and now Terrence Sugita comes up. Bases are loaded for Sugita. Starting first baseman out of Crown College, batting the 7th hole. First pitch he gets, upstairs, 1-0 count. One ball, no strikes. To the 7 hole. Good case. That one, chopper on the infield. Throw over to home plate is in time. And a good play from Sorensen to Burkhalter. The 3-2 gets the second out of the inning. So 2 down, 8 hole due up. Huck Wathan. Wathan, a sophomore out of Charlotte. And the Bucs can find their way out of some pretty serious trouble here in the first. Wathan takes a strike. It's the inside part of the plate and off speed from Good Case. Count at 0-1. Good Case ahead. Now 0-2. Called strike. No balls and 2 strikes on Wathan. Good Case trying to strand 3 here. Shakes off the first. Now he's ready. The righty from the stretch deals. And Wathan's lucky to get a piece of that one. Fouls it straight back. Count remains at 0-2 with 2 down. Bases juiced. Good Case. Another 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 runs come across, but 3 are left stranded. That is a win, at least for the Anchorage Bucs. Their bats come back to the plate in the top of the second with Turgeon, Sorensen, and Rebrook when we come back on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side.
Come into Village Inn and see why the sun rises and sets with breakfast.
It will help us every day. It will brighten, keep on the sunny side of life.
Because a good meal is about more than just how it tastes. It's about how it makes you feel.
Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life.
Village Inn.
Qdoba's new Chicken Diablo nachos are made with hand-diced pico de gallo, which means they're as fresh as... They're also loaded with juicy adobo chicken, flame-grilled in-house, so they're as flavorful as... And they're topped off with fiery queso Diablo, so they're as spicy as... New Chicken Diablo nachos. Try them today, only at Qdoba. United by flavor.
Bring you back for the top of the second inning. The Bucs went down quietly, 3 up, make it 4 up and 3 down in the first inning. And here they go trying. Talk about roster turnover. This Anchorage Bucs team is seeing the new faces of pretty much everybody here. Trying to put it together in game number 1. Third baseman Jacob Rebrooks at the plate out of Pepperdine. Delivery that he gets from Siniceros is a called strike. What's so interesting, too, about a lot of these players, they've seen each other in the regular season. The 0-1 is in there as well. Fastball, 92. And an 0-2 count on Rebrook. Pitch, swing and a miss. 3 pitches from Siniceros to sit down the 6-hole Rebrook. Beautiful work from the righty for the Pilots. And 1 down at the top of the second. That gives way to Trent Burkhalter out of Nebraska, Omaha, the 7-hole hitter and catcher for your Bucs. Opening delivery of the at-bat, a strike. To start off the top of the second. Make it 5. Big fan and a miss from Burkhalter. He's down 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Siniceros working quick after his offense gave him a 2-run lead. The 2-strike delivery fouled out of back tail lights of a Nissan Maxima Arkansas plates. How'd that go all the way up here? All right. Count remains at 0-2. Siniceros delivers another foul ball. This one on an off speed from Burkhalter. Did well to keep up with it. Mentioned a lot of these guys have played against each other. Over the course of the spring, a lot of these colleges have met both in conference play and in non-conference. And not only that, if you didn't play each other, you know somebody who did. Creates a lot of automatic connections that Coach Ken Hocuff talked about in the pregame. As another swing and a miss. Gets away from the catcher. Throw to first is in time. Now 2 strikeouts to start the top of the second, and it's Siniceros' world. Product out of Cal State Fulton's dealing. 2 down, and that gives way to Logan Hocuff, the shortstop at Allegheny College. He fans and misses on a fastball. 92 again from Siniceros. 0-1 to Hocuff. That's in there for a strike. Siniceros not even painting the corners. He's going right down the pipe with these. And they're on the money. The 0-2. Fouled off right into the crowd mic. Now 6:35 local time. Sun has not moved whatsoever. These players will deal with that all summer long. 0-2 from Siniceros. Did he go? No, he didn't. Ball inside on the fastball at 91. Hocuff stays alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The righty from Fullerton working from the wind. And Hocuff gets just a piece of it to stay alive in the at-bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, nobody on at the top of the second. Bucs trailing the Miners 2-0. 1-2 pitch. Fired home, in there. Fastball, 3 up, 3 down, all 3 strikeouts from Aaron Siniceros. He was dominant in the top of the second, and now the Miners come back to the plate in the bottom half of the inning when we return. This is the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Okay, let's have some fun, huh?
Check it out.
Imagine how much Mountain Dew is in there.
Probably drink these fast.
Welcome back to the ballpark on opening day. Drake Toll joining you here from Anchorage, Alaska. The Bucs and the Pilots Your Bucs trailing 2-0 after J.D. Goodcase allowed a couple of runs in the bottom of the first, but not all bad. The bases were juiced, and he got a strikeout to strand them. This could be much worse than the 2-0 score that you see, and he'll try to go 3 up and 3 down in this try against 9-1-2 for the Pilots. It's Nicoluk, Taguchi, and Rodriguez. Shortstop Nicoluk. Nicoluk is a right-handed hitter out of Loyola Marymount. Was a freshman there this season and takes a strike. That ball dances across the plate from Goodcase. He's ahead 0-1. Goodcase trying to get into a groove here. Again, had 9 1/3 innings this spring at San Diego as he goes ball inside. Didn't get a ton of throwing time in his 2023 campaign, and that's why you come here. 1 ball, 1 strike to Andrew Nicoluk. Way up high, eye level. 2-1 now. Both these teams coming to the plate in their own helmets from wherever they come. From Nebraska, Omaha to San Diego to Phoenix College as the 2-1 is upstairs. 3 balls and 1 strike from Goodcase to the 9-hole Andrew Nicoluk. Righty stares in, fires. Misses badly. 5-pitch walk. Nicoluk's at first, and Ken Taguchi, who led off the game with a double to left field just past the diving glove of Bodekers at the plate. Taguchi, freshman from Grand Canyon, did not log a plate appearance for the Lopes in the spring. Takes a fastball up high, 90 miles an hour. From Goodcase, about as hard as you'll see him throw it. Throws a fastball 67% of the time. Mixes in a curveball and a changeup. 1-0. Fastball outside. 2 balls and no strikes from Goodcase. The 2-0 with nobody down and a runner at first base. Just low from Goodcase. Now a 3-0 count. Control getting away from him a bit here. He's in danger of walking the leadoff hitter, Taguchi. 3 balls and no strikes. The righty deals home. In there, right down the heart of the plate. Find it so intriguing. Guy like Taguchi, again, who led off the game with a double, who didn't have an at-bat in the spring. You're getting back into the fold for the first time in months in live action. Whereas some of these guys are coming in like Goodcase, who have pitched in the last month. Ball high, ball 4. Another 5-pitch walk. First 10 pitches of this inning for Goodcase. 8 of them have been balls, and he's now got runners at first and second with nobody out. Taguchi stands at first. Nicoluk stands at second. Elijah Rodriguez, the center fielder, at the plate. Lefty from Mary Hardin Baylor. Opening pitch of his second at-bat. A ball just a tad low. One 0 from Goodcase. That's in there. Fastball for a strike. Coach Ken Hocuff talked to the team before the game about how pitchers and catchers would call their own game here. No wristbands. No pitch machine on the wrist. No pressing buttons, nothing. Call your own game. They do it in the big leagues, he said. 1-1 up high. So these catchers, the pitchers, get thrown in the fire. No matter what kind of spring you had, whether you played every day or you didn't play at all, You throw it out the window and you get to Anchorage, Alaska. 2 balls, 1 strike. Good case trying to get back in the zone. He does, but it's fouled off to our left. Count even at 2-2. Good case already with 1 strikeout today. That end of the bases loaded threat in the bottom of the first inning. The 2-2 with 2 on and nobody down. Good case. Gets a foul ball. Rodriguez barely nicked that one. Remind you, the defensive lineup for the Anchorage Bucs: Bodeker in left, Lacey in center, Hara in right. Across the infield, it's Rebrook, Hocuff, Abear, and Sorensen. Burkhalter behind the dish. Good case on the bump. Trying to get strikeout number 2. The 2-2 pitch to Rodriguez. Lacey in the left field for a base hit. That'll load him up. Bodeker is there to keep Nicoluk at third base. But they're juiced for the Pilots, who are already up 2-0, and with nobody down, they're threatening to score more. First, second, and third, nobody down for the 3-hole Nathan Barraza, sophomore out of Cal State Northridge, starting in right field today for the home team Glacier Pilots. The Pilots, winners of the Alaskan Baseball League last year. They've won 2 straight. There's a ball in the turf to Barraza. Record overall of 27-9 for the Pilots in 2022. Sweep with the Matsu Miners to win the league. There's a base hit. That'll score at least 1. Nicoluk comes around from third. He's in safely, and they're still juiced as Taguchi holds up in third base, and Barraza's got an RBI single. Brings Will Carpenter to the plate. Still loaded and 3-0 now for the Glacier Pilots. Carpenter, cleanup hitter, third baseman, sophomore from Wichita State. Fouled out of play to our left. Good case needs a hard ground ball. With the bases loaded and 1 down in the bottom of the first, he got a hard ground ball to the first baseman Sorensen, who threw home for a force out. And then got a strikeout to leave him loaded. He's now ahead 0-2 here on Carpenter, looking for strikeout number 2. Needing it in a bad way. Good case in a jam, fires. Ball gets away from the catcher. Burkhalter, throw home is not in time. Scoring safely is Ken Taguchi. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Looked like it might have gone off the nub of the bat of Carpenter. Umpire says no, it didn't. So now runners at second and third, still 2 in scoring position and a 1-2 count. Four 4-0 Pilots. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And now I wouldn't enjoy a hard ground ball. The 1-2 is up high. Third baseman Rebrook creeping in a bit. Sorensen playing true at first base. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good case, fires. Way up. 3-2. First base is open for the 4-hole Will Carpenter. Payoff pitch from Good Case is on its way. It's just low. Will Carpenter takes first base. They're loaded again, still nobody down in the bottom of the second. That's going to warrant a mound visit from the catcher. Burkhalter comes out and talks to Good Case. gives him a quick pat and a pep talk. Crowd here at Mulcahy Stadium split down the middle. These two teams share the ballpark. They each call it home. Box seats underneath us. Told you it seats about 3,500 and a real good crowd on hand today. A well-filled beer garden off in right field. Over to left field, sprinkling of fans as well. Right next to the Anchorage Bucs home clubhouse. As Will Henson stands in and takes a strike, fastball, inner half. No balls, one strike. And there's still juice for the Pilots. Mentioned the Bucs player's house. As a foul ball makes it 0-2. That little box over there has a row of seats in front of it, orange seats that sit in front of the clubhouse. Those are from the old Oakland A's Alameda Coliseum. They ripped them up, flew them up to Anchorage, Alaska, where they sit today here at Mulcahy. The 0-2. Hit hard to the right side. Trouble if it stays fair. It does not. Far out of the reach of Har and about 15 feet away from the fair foul line. Har goes, collects, relays it in. Count remains at 0-2. Good case through. Just one complete inning here. Has given up 4 earned. 0-2 to the 5-hole. Henson deals. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 2. Could use a couple more of them if you don't mind, Mr. Goodcase, but that'll do. I'll also warrant a visit from Coach Ken Hocuff. That's the first out of the bottom of the second. They're still loaded here. He hasn't taken the baseball away from Goodcase yet. Might have the intention to leave him out there. And no, he doesn't. Call to the bullpen for the Bucs. Base is still loaded. The day ends for the San Diego product, J.D. Goodcase. He goes 1 1/3, allows 4 earned runs, collects a couple of strikeouts, and he's still got 3 guys on base that he's responsible for. We will introduce you to our new pitcher when we come back here on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. Your Bucs are trailing the Pilots 4-0, and the Pilots have 3 on to try to score even more.
Stay away from my wife. Hi, I'm Ben Stiller. My job as an actor is making you believe what you're seeing is real. Louise, will you? The pain is real.
That the cold is real. Don't say that about yourself. I know.
But friendship is real. The real is real. But it's not real. It's just acting. Wow, that's like really good. Or was I just acting? Only way to know is to try it for yourself. This is really, really ridiculously good tasting.
Bring you back with Goodcase's day over. It's Luis Becerra who comes into the game through 352 pitches in the spring. Becerra out of Cal Baptist University, a 6'4" freshman, throwing from the right side, 215 pounds, and throws with some power. Of course, his year fastball reached as high as 94 miles an hour. Of his 352 pitches, 220 were fastballs. Of his breaking balls, almost all of them curve. Fastball, curveball guy will mix up the changeup every 3rd at bat. And comes into the game here after spending a spring at Cal Bap, where he logs 22 innings. He's got the bases juiced here with one out after Goodcase loaded them. And the designated hitter, 6-hole Troy Harding from California Community College, is up. First pitch of his at-bat is taken for a ball. 94 on the fastball from Becerra. There's the Panasonic sign. Fastball at 94 downstairs. And no card. 2 balls, no strikes. It's opening day for the broadcast team, too. Two-0 count to the 6-hole Harding. Becerra back in the zone. And Harding fouls it. Over to the third baseman, Rebrook. About 6 feet off the bag. 2 balls, 1 strike. Strike is very much needed here from Luis Becerra. 1-2. It's a base hit to the right side. Score 1. Throw home is not cut off, but not in time. 2 RBI single for Troy Harding. That puts the score at 6-0, and now 2 more earned runs added to Goodcase's day. Runners at first and second still. And Terrence Sugita up. Sugita. Drive to left, foul. Luis Becerra. Won't be charged with either of those runs, but now he's responsible for Harding, who stands on first. The 0-1 to Sugita. Just low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bucs trailing 6-0 in the bottom of the second. Trying to keep things from getting away too fast, if they haven't already. The 1-1, runners go. No throw from Burkhalter, but a called strike. The double steal works. So now Harding's at second, Henson's at third. Sugita down 1-2 at the plate. Righty to lefty, the 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss. Luis Becerra, welcome to the ball game. Gets a strikeout of the second batter that he faces. Now 2 down here. You're looking at a very big difference. Truly it is, between 6-0 and 8-0 if a base hit is a result of this at-bat from Huck Wathan. With runners at second and third, 2 in scoring position. And Becerra deals home a strike. The 0-1 from Becerra. Yep. Now 0-2. Foul tipped in the glove of Burkhalter. There's still a threat with 2 in scoring position for the Pilots. Becerra can get himself out of it with a strike here. This one foul tipped and just gets away from Burkhalter. Oh, 2 down, 2 on. Becerra gets a call that he likes from Burkhalter. Fires. That's in there. Got him looking backwards, K. 2 are stranded in scoring position. Though the Pilots put up a 4 spot in the bottom of the second, they lead the Bucs 6-0. Top of the third we go here on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Feels like just yesterday she was in a car seat. Now she's gonna be in the driver's seat. I guess there's a first time for everything. Today is all about the basics. Gotta have unbeatable focus. Kind of like the unbeatable mileage I get from Chevron with Techron. He knows it helps keep my engine clean, and she knows how to pay with the Chevron app. Everyone's learning today. All right, next stop, the parking lot. The empty parking lot.
Unbeatable mileage for you and your car. This is Lulu and Lobo.
Ah, it's back!
The woo-woo monster! No! No! No!
I can't take this! We need a new place!
With as low as 3% down on a fixed-rate mortgage, your new home is within reach.
All clear. I went home.
Deep breath, deep breath, deep breath.
Talk to a home mortgage consultant or apply online. This is your way home. This is Wells Fargo.
Well, a 6-run deficit is not exactly how you want to start opening day if you're the Anchorage Bucs. But I tell you, it could be worse. 5 runners have been left stranded, 4 of them in scoring position for the Pilots their first 2 times at the plate. So the 6-0 game could be an 11-0 game in this one. Luckily, I say luckily, it's interesting and weird to say that, I get. But 6-0 could be worse. Not that bad. And you got a spot where you can try to make up for it just a bit here. That is the goal. Anything you can get in the next 7 innings for the Bucs, it's going to be good. You're going to need it. Second baseman Curtis Hebert out of Portland steps the dish. Opening pitch, the at-bat, 93 from Aaron Sinceros. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts in the top of the second against this Bucs lineup. 1-0 pitch, a little half swing and a miss. 1-1 now on Hebert. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch dealt. Gets away from the catcher. Wait. Hebert. Hit and pitched for Portland this spring. And has a drive into left field. Gets past the glove of Taguchi and all the way to the wall. Rounding first, headed for second, and diving in safely, awkwardly, but safely, is a 9-hole hitter, Curtis Hebert. He's got the first base hit of the game for the Bucs with nobody down in the top of the 3rd inning. That puts one in scoring position. The Bucs had a couple of those in the first and couldn't capitalize. And now you've got Hebert at second. And you go back to the top of the lineup with Lex Bodeker. If you don't know the name, learn it. 16 home runs this spring at the University of Central Florida. Takes a fastball, outer half. He's down to the count, 0-1. Bodeker, labeled one of the premier players to watch for this season for the Bucs. 0-1. Hard ground ball, foul by about 6 inches to our right. He's down to the count, 0-2. Bodeker trying not to fall victim of another Sinceros strikeout. Especially as Becerra got a couple of his own to build some momentum in the bottom of the second for the Bucs. The 0-2 to Bodeker, outside, way outside. Bodeker good to lay off. Lex has had a powerful career at Central Florida. And takes a breaking ball outside. Even as a freshman was a major contributor. Slash 330, 426, and 414 in his first year at UCF. His sophomore season hit those 16 bombs we mentioned. 2-2. Hard to the right side, picked up by the first baseman Sugita, flips over to the pitcher Sinceros, who collects the out, but it works as good as a bunt from Bodeker. And moves Hebert over to third base with 1 down. Hebert, 90 feet away from scoring the first run of the year for the Bucs, and they need it. See if Cole Lacey can drive him in. Lacey out of Phoenix College takes a fastball for a strike. Down to the count 0-1. Sinceros deals, and Lacey hard, loud foul ball. Now down 0-2. In talking to the staff of the Pilots pregame and asking them about Sinceros, I mean, the guy had no stats, didn't pitch an inning for Fullerton in the spring. And now he's got another strikeout. I mean, that ball's in the dirt in the left-handed batter's box. Cole Lacey fans at it and becomes the second out at the top of the third. Asked about a guy who didn't get any action in the spring. And they said, look, we don't really know. We just know that he's looked really good in bullpens and that he's got a great right arm. He has no synergy stat. He has no information existing about Aaron Sinceros. And has put on a clinic here early. Throws in the dirt. Blocked by Waithe. As Nathan Barraza, 3-hole right fielder out of Cal Northridge, can put the Bucs on the board with a hit. He's ahead in the count 1-0. Righty on lefty. Loud, high, pop-up, left field. Taguchi there. He makes the catch. 4 up, 3 down. The Bucs strain another in scoring position. The Pilots lead this one after 2.5 innings, 6-0 over the Bucs, and they come to the plate when we return.
They call him the harder farmer, a real bad man with a soft side for hard lemonade. He's got a nose for lemons and for trouble. This time he's back with half tea, half lemonade, and 100%. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Get your hands on some today before the harder farmer gets his hands on you.
When Subway opened, they changed the fast food game. But sometimes you gotta refresh to be fresh. Welcome to the Eat Fresh Refresh, where there's so much new, some say it can't fit in one ad. I say, we're talking a new All-American Club, deli-style oven-roasted turkey, and...
Oh, that's the new steak and cheese.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. That's the one with the new seasoning.
And that was the new MVP Parmesan vinaigrette.
Right, which makes the next level foot... Hold up, the Subway logo? Wait, I'm out of...
Welcome back to Mulcahy Stadium. After J.D. Goodcase could only go an inning and a third on the mound, giving up 6 earned runs. For the Bucs, the saving grace has been Luis Becerra. Had 22 innings in the spring at Cal Baptist. Over the course of his 22 innings and 18 appearances, a .491 ERA, a 1-0 record, and a ball just downstairs. On the first batter, he sees the inning. .491 ERA will play. Gets a broken back grounder, third base side. Rebrook throws over to first and in time. Nice pick by Sorensen. 1 up and 1 down here as Andrew Nicoluk goes back to the dugout, bringing up the 1-hole can Taguchi for his third at-bat of the game. Takes a ball low. In those 22 innings, gave up 27 hits, had 16 strikeouts, 7 walks. Did Becerra. Here's a ball tracking foul territory, the left side. Does go foul. Bodeker was running over. Tried to use the fence to catch him, and the fence went with him. It was a gate. Bodeker took a little spin on the gate, now stands back in left field, count at 1-1. The ball. And called strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the 1-hole Taguchi. Freshman from Grand Canyon. 2-strike pitch just outside. 3-2. First full count of the appearance for Luis Becerra. The payoff pitch outside. Another free pass given out by the Bucs here. So with one down, Taguchi stands at first base. And that brings up Elijah Rodriguez, the center fielder and the 2-hole hitter for the Pilots. Pilots fans have been treated to 2 straight league championships as the ball goes low. Trying to accrue their 3rd this season. Again, the Bucs recovering from a 17-18 campaign last year. Trying to put more wins in that column, especially in front of a loyal home crowd here at Mulcahy. A lot of locals, this is their taste that they get of live baseball. As Becerra steps off, throws over to first. Taguchi was back in time. Get as many as 4,000 will pack this place. And it sounds quiet tonight, but that's because Bucs fans haven't had much to cheer for to this point. Foul ball, count at 1-1 now. On Elijah Rodriguez. Becerra has thrown the fastball as fast as 94 miles an hour in this one. Looks over to first base, checks Taguchi. Now throws over to him. Sorensen has to leap to get it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Becerra checks over, deals. Taguchi goes. The throw from Burkhalter. Hey, they got him. Yeah. Burkhalter hoses the 1-hole Taguchi. See you later, my friend. 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd. Bucs looking for their first out of the season. First first scoreless inning of the season. As there's a swing and a miss. That's strike 2. Looked like Rebrook and Hocup on the left side of the infield thought it was strike 3. Started looking for the dugout. There's strike 3. See you later. It's been fun. Elijah Rodriguez back to the dugout and another strikeout from Becerra. He's been solid. The Bucs hold the Pilots scoreless in the bottom of the 3rd, and that's good. That part's good. We go to the top of the 4th, and we come back on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
We are a family business serving Alaskans for over 60 years. Our founder is my dad, Herb Ekman, a German immigrant who started the business in 1963 with his good friend Otto. To this day, the business is dedicated to making products that are distinctive and of the highest quality.
When Arby's added bacon to the Wagyu Steakhouse burger, it was like, not bad. Then Arby's grabbed that peppercorn ranch and has never felt more alive. Arby's, we have the meat.
In 1986, we started Alaskan Brewing Company. And so we've always tried to reflect the quality that the state has in the beers that we make.
Alaska's beautiful. It's true. It's real.
For 30 years, we've been trying to capture the nature of Alaska and put it in a bottle. Today, 30 years later, we're still making beer in the last frontier.
Well, if you're Thoreau, Suzanne Collins, or Coach Hocup, you probably didn't quite script it like this. Not perfect for the Bucs so far. Down 6-0. We take you to the top of the 4th here from Mulcahy Ballpark. Drake Toll joining you From the top of the mast, Bucs trailing this one. Opening day and a good crowd on hand for us here in Anchorage. A whole lot of locals that have shown up and quite a lot of folks watching from around the country. If you're new to the Alaskan Baseball League, well, so am I, and all of these players for the most part as well. These guys coming in from all across the country to what I would consider to be the second best baseball league from a talent standpoint. You could argue the Northwoods, which has become watered down to an extent. A lot of the guys who have played there and now played Alaska have said very similar things. Obviously, Cape Cod, where I would have the opportunity to work last summer, is up there, and a lot of these guys are trying to get there next summer. But tell you what, there's a lot of good competition in Alaska, and you're seeing it displayed here. As Dante Turgeon steps in, he's the 4-hole hitter, and takes a ball from the new pitcher who's in the game for the Pilots. It's Ty Atkins. Turgeon, designated hitter, batting cleanup, pops one up. That's going to get out of play to our right. 1 ball and 1 strike. Nobody out. Hard hit to right field, and it's foul. There you go. As it's opening day for these two teams, also opening day for our production crew. Great new setup, by the way. 1-2 pitch. That's outside. Oh! Called strike 3. Ty Atkins gets away with 1 on the 4-hole Dante Turgeon. That's about 2 inches off the outside of the plate. Turgeon back to the dugout. He's the first out of the top of the 4th. Sorensen comes up. Jackson, first baseman, 5-hole out of Gonzaga. Ty Atkins, pitcher from Hawaii, who deals low. 2022 had a 4-2 record, a 4.24 ERA, 40 and a third innings pitched. That's good. That's the 1-0. Right back up the middle. Is there time? No, there's not. It gets between the shortstop, Nikoluk, and the second baseman, Henson. And standing safe at first base with a single is Jackson Sorensen. We're sponsored by Panasonic, by the way, and there is no card. So Sorensen stands at first. That gives way to the 6-hole. Jacob Rebrook, third baseman from Pepperdine. First pitch he gets. Low arm slot from Atkins, by the way. The ball outside. Atkins, I told you, right? 2022, 4.24 ERA, 40 and a third innings. That's good. 2023 only pitched 8 2/3. 2-1 record. And here, you know, 18.69 ERA. 18 earned runs and 13 walks in his 8 2/3. The 1-1. Oh, hard foul ball from the lefty Sorensen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Time's called. Ball landed over there near the beer garden. 1 ball, 2 strikes from the lefty Atkins. Fires. Swing and a miss. Slider working inside. Lefty on lefty. That sits down your 6-hole Rebrook, and now Trent Burkhalter, the catcher from Nebraska, Omaha, comes to the dish. You know, again, not an ideal start if you're the Bucs. Down 6-0, the top of the 4th. A lot of baseball left, though. Called strike. Still got a runner on first base. Ball outside. I mean, if Burkhalter puts one out here, that's 6-2. You're slowly finding your way back. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 down. Burkhalter Fouls it off the back of maroon SUV. Looks like Maryland plates. I don't know how they got up here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. To the catcher. 2-strike pitch, another foul ball. Burkhalter followed up in the lineup by Logan Hocuff from Allegheny College. Wonder if he's related to Coach Ken Hocuff. Find out more in tomorrow's game. The 1-2 from Atkins. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. That is the end of the top of the 4th inning. Burkhalter goes down via the strikeout. We send you to the bottom of the 4th, where, sadly, the Pilots come to bat again, where they've already put up 6 runs. But, hey, Becerra's been great. Can he keep it going when we return on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network?
I'm currently the discipline engineering team leader at VP Wind. I'm actually a chemical engineer by training. I started my career in the upstream oil and gas division. Spent about 8 years supporting operations, both in onshore and offshore processing platform. I knew I was ready for a change. As luck had it, I ended up in wind on a short-term assignment, which then I knew had to turn into a long-term assignment. I think if I were to advise people who are in upstream now and would like to transition into renewables, I would say learn as much as you can about the actual problems that wind farms face, the challenges they have to overcome, and how your skill set can help solve those problems. The general operating principles and operating rigor is the same, whether you're in upstream oil and gas or supporting operations on a wind farm.
Bring you back to the first pitch, the bottom of the 4th, and it's a hard ground ball, third base side. Dug cleanly at first base by Sorensen. There you go, that'll do. Nice play, sets down O'Gara. Brings to the plate Will Carpenter. Carpenter takes a fastball outside from Becerra. Bucs trailing here, ball outside, 1 down. 6-0. Foul ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Lively crowd here from Mulcahy today. 2-1's in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A lot of locals that thrive off of summer league baseball. And a lot of baseball players that love playing it. Oh, fastball just downstairs. I could open up the window, not even the window, the door on the back of the broadcast booth, and there are mountains, 6 mountain ranges around us here in Anchorage. 3-2. Hair outside. And if the score gets any more dramatic, I can unload just a plethora of Anchorage facts that I've learned over the course of the last 3 days. Flew us in here on Friday, gave us a bunkhouse to stay in, and it's been great. First time to the beautiful city. And if you didn't know, as Carpenter's at first base and Will Hinson, the freshman from Lindenwood, 5-hole hitter, stands in. If you didn't know, Anchorage population about 290,000 now. Becerra gets a fly ball center field, diving catch. Hello. Lacey is there. Cole Lacey bringing it in center field. Out number 2. If you didn't know, 290,000 people that live here in Anchorage. But what I didn't understand, see, I thought it was very well concentrated in the downtown area, right? You hear 280 and you think, all right, bustling metropolis, as Troy Harding stands to the right-handed side. But no, turns out Anchorage itself is about the size of the state of Delaware. Throw over to first base is not in time. So your 280,000 is split up between a lot of different little villages, little nooks and crannies of folks that live all around the area. Imagine if Delaware, the state, was just a city. That's what Anchorage is. So the 290, that's not quite as big as you might think. First pitch of the at-bat to Harding, low and outside. Moreover, I don't know if they do like a census on this stuff or what. 1,500 moose call Anchorage home. Just Anchorage. Ball in the dirt. Back pick, not in time. Having conversations with the locals, you're more likely to see a moose than any other large animal. There are a plethora of black bears, grizzly bears that live around here, but the moose are more prevalent. They're also very aggressive. Being a prey animal, you shouldn't spook them. Fastball at the navel of Harding is called a ball. 3-0 count from Becerra. What you can also hear constantly in Anchorage is that little whir. You can hear it right now if your volume's up high enough. And that's airplanes. See, where usually if you go to a town like Seattle, we'll say, there's the airport, SeaTac Airport. Airplanes come in and out. If you're close to the airport, you see them. If you're not close to the airport, you don't really see them. Here, it's a lot different. They're bush planes. They come all which ways and directions. Ball outside, 4-pitch walk to Will Henson brings up, that was Troy Harding. Now it brings up Terrence Sugita, the 7-hole first baseman from Crown College. Runners at first and second, and that'll warrant a visit from head coach Ken Hocuff. Two down still here in the fourth. And it's interesting, some of these planes, they're very small planes. Some of them have wheels to land on an actual runway somewhere around here, but most of them don't. Most of them land on the water. Anchorage is home to the nation's largest water landing port spot. Don't see much of that in the lower 48, but you get it up here where baseball and life is so unique. Beautiful. So to get 6 mountain ranges all within our view. On a clear day, you can see Denali standing at 20,000 feet tall as well. And then every now and then, every summer for 60 days or so, a bunch of college guys come play baseball. Ripped back up the middle by the 7-hole Sugita. That's a hit. Coming around third at home and scoring is Henson. That moves hard. Runner still at first and second. And Huck Wathan, all name team from Charlotte, the catcher at 8-hole comes to the plate. First pitch, the at-bat from Becerra to Whalen. Wathan fouls it off. You'll also see, you can kind of see it in our camera view. There's those 2 big light poles in center field. There are a few things more useless than light poles this time of year in Anchorage, Alaska. 0-1. Hello. Right down the heart of the plate and called a ball. Right now it's 7:27 and 10 seconds local time. The sun is high in the sky. There are clouds covering it, but it looks the same as it does at 1:30 on a day anywhere else in the lower 48 as the 1-1, which is further off the plate than the last pitch, is called a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Becerra trying to get himself out of the jam in the fourth. 2-strike pitch with 2 on. See you later. Huck Wathan goes back to the dugout with a fan and a miss. Mr. Becerra has another one. Handshake with his catcher, Burkhalter, and that sends us to the top of the 5th. Please, dear Bucs, if you can hear me, score 7 runs here when we return on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Of all the reasons we love Alaska, easy isn't one of them. We like a good challenge, but we also love innovative technology that simplifies our busy lives. Whether you want to make a deposit or pay a bill, check in or check out, or quickly send and receive money, one bank has the online and mobile tools to help you through whatever comes your way. Simple, secure, reliable. Bank on the go. First National Bank, Alaska.
Boar's Head has harnessed the power of fire to unlock an intense new flavor. An expertly charred, flame-grilled masterpiece to take your senses to new heights. Because when Boar's Head lights a fire, we ignite an experience worth savoring. New Boar's Head Firesmith Flame-Grilled Chicken Breast. Flavor forged in flame. Available only at the deli and only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.
Welcome back to the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. Drake Toll with you here from Mulcahy Stadium. That is a picture of the camera that we're using, Panasonic Full HD, and there's a picture of the moon. See, that is what it can do with a 50 times zoom on the lens that we have. You will notice it's a one-camera setup. I know a lot of the kids here, a lot of the players come from colleges that have ESPN Plus setups, and you know, the Alaskan Baseball League it's sparse. You find a lot of radio broadcasts. It is not all that common to find a live video feed, but we have one for you here. Relatively new for the Bucs, who have been on the air in some capacity all the way since the year of 1982. So long ago. There's a ball downstairs. Atkins back out to the bump. 1-0. A bit outside. As he is dealing to Logan Hocuff. Hocuff ahead 2-0. Oh! Takes a ball that almost hit him. Atkins again out of Hawaii. Playing for the Rainbow Wahine. 3-0 is a strike. Bucs with a 7-run deficit here. Needing something. Another strike. It's that lower arm slot delivery from Atkins that'll sneak up on you. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 8-hole Hocuff trying to do something with a full count. Payoff pitch from Kai Atkins, swing and a miss. Fastball at the numbers, hard to lay off of. Hocuff couldn't, and he goes down via the strikeout. It's the first out of the top of the 5th. Brings up your 9-hole, Curtis Hebert from Portland. Hebert had a double earlier in the game. Takes a ball about 3 inches high here. Ahead 1-0. 1 down, nobody on. Against the reliever, Kai Atkins, who fires a strike on the outer half. Atkins came in for Aaron Sinceros, who pitched a perfect. It wasn't a perfect necessary, right, you know what I'm saying. It wasn't 9 up, 9 down in the first 3 innings. But it was really good. It was about as perfect as you can get for a guy who didn't throw in the spring for Cal State Fullerton. And now you have Atkins, who struggled for Hawaii in the spring after a really good junior season. Dominated his junior season, then his senior year struggled. Has a 2-2 count here. Has been solid so far. It's low and inside. Let's see if I can jinx him. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Another full count, this time to 9-hole Curtis Hebert. Let's do another payoff from Atkins, and Hebert's going to foul it away. That foul ball is brought to you by Subway. Subway, eat fresh. 3-2, that's in there. Strikeouts for Curtis Hebert. Brings up left fielder, one-hole hitter, Lex Bodeker. Lex, did you know? Fun fact. Lex had 16 home runs for Central Florida in the spring. And he's got a base hit here. First pitch he gets from Atkins. Into center field, collected by Rodriguez, who relays it in. Lex Bodeker stands at first. Attica brings up Phoenix College. Lacey stands at the right side. First pitch, the at-bat, foul right back up to me. Oh, here's what's interesting. High fly ball on the infield, foul territory. Moving over is the first baseman, Sugita. He makes the catch. I'll tell you what's interesting when we come back. Hold that thought. Bottom of the fifth ensuing. It's the Pilots 7, the Bucs 0. Anchorage, the good Anchorage, needing a little 3-up, 3-down action when we return on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Arby's new Steakhouse Garlic Ribeye Sandwich. Who knew the best thing to come from a steakhouse wouldn't even come from a steakhouse? Arby's did, that's who. Arby's, we have the meats.
Subway has so much new, I couldn't fit it all in the last ad.
Yep, so let me finish this. There's new hickory smoked bacon, fresh mozzarella, smashed avocado. You know what? There's a lot. But it all makes a better footlong.
Can I get a word in?
Sure, take the tagline.
Because
you got to refresh to be fresh.
It's the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway, and they're refreshing everything from how they make it to how they bake it to how they bring it to you.
This new Turkey Cali Fresh is incredible.
Do you even eat bread?
Steph, it's a commercial.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. I want that personal price plan. So how's this for personal? I draw mustaches on players' faces when they're asleep.
Coach Reed, you don't need to get that personal to get the State Farm personal price plan. It helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Oh.
Coach, it happened again.
I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Call or click to get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Andrew Nicoluk stands in and takes a strike. The hard-throwing righty, Luis Becerra, who came in relief for the Bucs today. Deals him another strike. Oh, 2. Becerra. A little hot. So I was mentioning things that were interesting. Cole, remember I mentioned Cole Lacey? Not his name. His name's Cade Lacey. There are 2 different rosters for the Bucs. One says Cole, one says Cade. I'm going to err on the side of Cade. 1-2, foul. Told you it's day 1, right? So the players, everything's very brand new. They have, most of them, never played baseball in Alaska, never dreamed of playing baseball in Alaska. And for our media team, yours truly, everything's very new. Never imagined I'd broadcast baseball in Alaska. As Hocuff comes over, throws to first. Yeah! See ya! What a play. Logan Hocuff flashed the glove at shortstop. Sitting down the 9-hole, Andrew Nicoluk. See you later. Now, Contaguchi comes the dish. Outs are good. First pitch to Gucci. Outside of the zone for a ball. And now 1-0. 93 off the plate for Becerra. The wind picking up here. Blowing the beautiful Navy Alaskan flag. Fastball outside. Right back in toward us in left field. Three balls, no strikes. 3 balls, 1 strike. Becerra gets himself back in the zone against the one hole, the lefty Taguchi from Grand Canyon. 3-1. Foul. Just dribbled to the left. What's so interesting, there's a weird mix. Lex Bodeker, the leadoff for your Bucs, 16 home runs, right? We have his stats, 49 RBI. Con Taguchi did not play for Grand Canyon this spring, so he's getting his first live action in a while, so the freshman has no stats. 3-2. Ooh! Just high, I think. Maybe a bit outside. Becerra issues a walk to Taguchi. He walks over to first. With one down, there's a runner on first base. And Elijah Rodriguez at the plate. First pitch from Becerra to Rodriguez, just inside. There is a turf playing surface here at Mulcahy Stadium. But interestingly enough, it doesn't cover the entire field. It only covers an oddly specific portion of the field. From home plate to you see the edge of the infield, and you can see it on your screen, whether it's your, well, you can't now, that says Panasonic. And also there's no card. You can see it now, 1-0, driven hard to left field. Bodeker is there, but not in time as the ball drops. A single for Elijah Rodriguez. He stands at first. Con Taguchi's at second. With one down, there are two on now. Brings up right fielder Nathan Barraza. But now you can see it on your phone, on your screen, your TV, wherever you're watching from. The grass looks like it changes colors. That's because the outfield is natural grass. The infield, and then about the first 10, 15 feet of the outfield, completely turf. First pitch to Barraza, 94 down the pipe. It also is somewhat interesting that where the field turf ends and becomes natural grass, there's a lip. So you can see when the coaches are hitting fungo pregame, 0-1 downstairs, that when that ball catches that lip, especially if it does in the air, when that ball catches the lip, you have no idea where it's going to go. Just zero clue. One. Almost hits Barraza. He jumps out of the way. 2 balls, 1 strike. Umpire calls time. They'll deal in a new baseball to Becerra. Luis. Been pretty solid in relief. Told you he had a 4.91 ERA his freshman year at Cal Baptist this year. There's a loud ball skied to right field, foul territory. The catch is made. The runner's tag, but Har tracks over about 60 feet to make that catch. 2 down now. Runners at second and third. Becerra's going to have to deal with a 4-hole hitter, third baseman Will Carpenter, sophomore out of Wichita State. The Pilots, leading 7-0, have stranded 6 in scoring position. 7-0's not fun, but it could be a lot worse. The 0-1. Make it 0-2. And the bat's broken. $250. See you later. Interesting, during BP, the first day of BP that this team got with the coaching staff, we all came out as a media team to watch the guys hit, see who's got the chops. Cole Howarth comes out, breaks a bat. In BP, coach is throwing live arm. I say, well, it's not live, it's BP, but they're live arms. 0-2 in the dirt. And he broke the bat. Now a 1-2 count from Becerra to the 4-hole Carpenter. Can Becerra strand 2 in scoring position? 2-strike pitch. That's in there. Got him looking. Backwards K. See you later. Little handshake from Becerra to his catcher Burkhalter. We'll see you later, as in 1 minute from now in the top of the 6th. Bucs chasing 7 runs on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side.
Come into Village Inn and see why the sun rises and sets with breakfast.
It will help us every day, it will brighten all the way, if we keep on the sunny side of life.
Because a good meal is about more than just how it tastes. It's about how it makes you feel.
Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life.
Village Inn.
Qdoba's new Chicken Diablo nachos are made with hand-diced pico de gallo, which means they're as fresh as... They're also loaded with juicy adobo chicken, flame grilled in-house, so they're as flavorful as... And they're topped off with fiery queso Diablo, so they're as spicy as... New Chicken Diablo nachos. Try them today, only at Qdoba. United by flavor.
Welcome back to Mulcahy Stadium in Anchorage, Alaska. The Anchorage Bucs and the Anchorage Glacier Pilots going toe-to-toe today. Drake Toll along with you, where your Bucs trail this one 7-0 here at the top of the 6th as the wind picks up from Mulcahy. Standing in the left-handed batter's box, Ben Haar takes a strike. Haar, 3-hole hitter from San Diego. Started in right field for the Bucs. Big swing and a miss for Haar. Now 0-2. Looking to do something against Sty Atkins. Haar. Our ground ball to Henson at second. Throw to first in plenty of time. Retires the first batter at the top of the 6th. Haar gives way in the lineup. The designated hitter, cleanup Dante Turgeon from Gilbert Community College. Ty Atkins has pitched a lot. Hold that as Barraza camps out underneath the fly ball from Dante Turgeon. Collects the out. Jackson Sorensen now with 2 down, nobody on. Atkins pitched 67 innings over the course of his 4 seasons at Hawaii. Junior year being the most prominent. 40 1/3 of his 67 came that season. Now Sorensen, lefty from Gonzaga, takes a strike in the outer half. Slider coming across the plate from Atkins. (0-1). High on the infield. Shortstop Nicoluk is there. 3 up, 3 down at the top of the 6th. The Bucs need 7. They have gotten 0 to this point, but the goal now, hold the Pilots off the board in the bottom half of this inning when we return on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Okay, let's have some fun, huh?
Check it out. Imagine how much Mountain Dew is in there.
Probably drink these fast.
To the 2.
Well, when you back to Mulcahy 0, just noticed here the scoreboard at Mulcahy has the wrong team name. It says the Pilots against the Miners. It's opening day for everybody. Also does not have hits or errors, pitch count, or miles per hour, though there are spots for all of those things on the newly renovated Mulcahy Stadium scoreboard. New pitchers in the game for the Bucs. That means Luis Becerra's day is done. Becerra going 3 2/3 in this one, only allowing 1 earned run and collecting 5 strikeouts. As Will Henson faces Michael Surratt. Michael delivers a ball just eye level. Ball 1 to Henson. Henson the 5-hole. Freshman from Lindenwood. 1-0 count from Surratt. There's a strike. Michael is my bunkmate. Sophomore who played last season at Nevada, standing at 6'6", 240 pounds. Dials in a ball. Ooh, just misses on the inside. His teammates didn't like that call. In a respectful way. 2-1. Hard hit, left side, foul. Only by about a foot. Count evens at 2-2 on the 5-hole. 2023 as a sophomore. Appeared in 18 games. Struck out 29 batters over 31 innings of work. Pitched the opening weekend back in February against Abilene Christian. Got work all across the season as the 2-2 hits Will Henson. He'll go to first base and stand there with nobody down in the bottom of the 6th. The Pilots trying to add to their 7-0 lead. Here's the good news. Opening day games are typically not very indicative of what a team has got. It's Troy Harding, the designated hitter, steps in the right-handed batter's box. And the big reason why, these coaches met these guys 2 days ago. They don't know what they've got on the team or how to put it together or what player. This guy's played a little bit of second base, a little bit of right field. He can pitch. What do you do with that? Well, you take the first 5 games to figure it out. Runner goes, foul ball. 1-1 count. Every summer league in America, from the Northwoods to Cape Cod to right here in Anchorage, Alaska, coaches are getting a new class of 30-plus guys that they've got to look at and figure out over the course of hours, where does this guy go? Where is he most comfortable? Where can we push him? 1-1 pitch from Surratt. Eye level. That is the goal for Ken Hocuff and company. Two balls, one strike. To the 6-hole. California Community College product, Troy Harding. Takes the ball way high. 3 balls, 1 strike. Despite what the on-screen scoreboard said. Surratt, at risk of giving up his second free pass in as many batters face. Runner goes. Hit hard to first base. Sorensen's there, steps in the bag, gets the out. That does move Will Henson to second. On a 3-1 pitch, Surratt gets an out. Mentioned that he played last year at Nevada. As Sugita comes up, Surratt's in the transfer portal right now, so his summer really means a lot to him. This is about finding a place to play next season, keeping his college baseball career alive. The sophomore had a good run at Nevada. Out of Belmont, California, and Skyline College. Has played a good amount of college baseball. Told you about his 31 innings that he pitched this last spring. As he gets a check swing called strike from Sugita. Surratt ahead 0-2. So all this, the synergy, the pitch gun, everything matters for a guy who's in the transfer portal, and he's not the only one. 0-2 upstairs. You take the numbers that he gave you in the fall, and then you try to back it up, prove even more this summer against solid competition. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Surratt Sugita. Fouled right back into my ears. Count remains. Righty on lefty. Big 6'6" Surratt sets. Checks over to second. Fires. Way outside. Sugita originally down 0-2 has run the count back to 2-2. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Strikeout number 1 in Alaska for Surratt. Second out of the bottom of the 6th. And that gives way to the 8-hole, Huck Watham. Huck out of Charlotte. Pretty darn good baseball program there on the East Coast. Not very close to Alaska. First pitch of his at-bat. Off the nub to right field. Is there room for Sorensen? Diving catch! He got it! 4 up, 3 down for Surratt in relief of Becerra. Not too bad in the bottom of the 6th. Another one. The 9th left stranding in scoring position in the game for the Pilots. As we go to the top of the 7th, the Bucs trying to score for the first time tonight. We return to the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Stay away from my wife.
Hi, I'm Ben Stiller. My job as an actor is making you believe what you're seeing is real.
Louise, will you? The pain is real. That the cold is real. Don't say that about yourself. I know. I know.
But friendship is real.
The real is real.
But it's not real, it's just acting. Wow, that's like really good. Or was I just acting? Only way to know is to try it for yourself.
This is really, really ridiculously good tasting.
Welcome back from Anchorage. Drake Toll with you here. Top of the 7th inning ensues. The Bucs looking for something here against the Glacier Pilots. Owners of 2 consecutive ABL championship victories. They are looking for their 3rd, and not too shabby of an opening day. Up 7-0. For the Bucs in this inning. Due up first is Jacob Rebrook. Then the 7-hole Trent Burkhalter and the 8-hole Logan O'Cuff. Ty Atkins back on the bump for the Pilots. First pitch to Rebrook. Fouled back. I want to remind you it is 8 p.m. 8 p.m. local time. And the sun, just the lights aren't on. Swing and a miss. The lights don't need to be on. It is completely in holy light. I bought a piece of car window tint, the temporary stuff, and put it on the broadcast window because it's been so sunny. The 0-2's right down the heart of the plate. Rebrook caught looking. And gives way to 7-hole catcher Trent Burkhalter out of Nebraska, Omaha. Steps to the right-handed batter's box. First couple of days that we were here, not a lot of stuff. If you're wondering what it's been like for your son if that's who you're watching play today. I can tell you, every one of these guys has found a very interesting experience with the whole sun thing. It doesn't really go down, myself included. It's tough to adjust to as that ball is off the plate. And each of these guys have had their own unique struggles trying to get used to it. 1-1. Driven to center field, about 300 feet deep, and caught by Rodriguez. That was 300 feet. The outfield wall is 398. Needed just a little bit more pop from Burkhalter. As he's retired, and the shortstop Logan Hocuff, Allegheny College, 8-hole. Readies. Fouls one straight back. Talk about pitching. Everybody that the Miners have thrown out there has been solid. To the tune of still 0 runs on the board for the Bucs. Big fan and a miss. So much the reason the Miners got out to the 7-run lead. 2 runs in the first, 4 runs in the second was just free passes. The 0-2, way outside. Goodcase, who started the game for the Bucs, gave away a couple free passes and ended up getting those 6 earned runs over the course of 1 1/3 for him. Outside of that, the defense has been clean, not a single error. As these two teams adjust, hitting with a wood bat. 1-2, swing and a miss. Let's stretch, I know I need it. Bottom of the 7th we go, Pilots 7, Bucs 0. This is the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
Feels like just yesterday she was in a car seat. Now she's gonna be in the driver's seat. I guess there's a first time for everything. Today is all about the basics. Gotta have unbeatable focus. Kind of like the unbeatable mileage I get from Chevron with Techron. He knows it helps keep my engine clean, and she knows how to pay with the Chevron app. Everyone's learning today. All right, next stop, the parking lot. The empty parking lot.
Unbeatable mileage for you and your car. This is Lulu and Lobo.
Ah, it's back!
The woo-woo monster! No! No! No!
I can't take this! We need a new place!
With as low as 3% down on a fixed-rate mortgage, your new home is within reach.
All clear. I went home.
Deep breath, deep breath, deep breath.
Talk to a home mortgage consultant or apply online. This is your way home. This is Wells Fargo.
Andrew Nicoluk steps up for the Pilots, the 9-hole hitter in the bottom of the 7th inning. Oh. I wish that we did sometimes. I wish that we didn't have commercials to go to between every inning, because the music is down here. The PA system doesn't work outside of just the PA, as Michael Sarrat is back out on the mound and throws a strike. The music's down outside of the PA, so the guy can speak. He can call all the names, but there's nothing in between the innings. So all the fans got together and collectively decided, the couple of thousand that are here at Mulcahy, they were going to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." That not only did the fans sing the national anthem, they have now also sang "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." That, my friends, baseball in Alaska. 1-1 pitch. Ensuing to Nicoluk. Whoa! He swung and left his shoots behind him. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He laces them back up, steps back in. Sarrat looking for his second strikeout. Won't get it on this pitch. Foul ball. Mind you, across the infield, Rebrook, Hocuff, Hebert, and Sorensen. Burkhalter is the catcher, and on the bump now, Michael Sarrat. 1-2. Oh, did he go? No, he did not. 2-2 count. Sarrat looking for an out. To start the bottom of the 7th. Got it! Swing and a miss. That'll throw it around the infield. Sarrat's got strikeout number 2. Andrew Nicoluk back to the dugout, and Con Taguchi, the leadoff hitter, left fielder from Grand Canyon, steps up. Sarat goes upstairs. He's actually the one that picked me up from the airport not 72 hours ago. Most of the players have been issued team cars. Sarat, no different. Hard ground ball through the 9-hole of the second baseman, Hebert. First error of the game for the Bucs. And Taguchi stands at first. If my book is correct, he has gone to the plate 5 times and reached base all 5 times. Nicely done, Tom. That's Elijah Rodriguez, the center fielder, up now. With Taguchi at first. The sun peeks out from behind a cloud, now it becomes even brighter. 8:04 local time. Ball high on Rodriguez. One ball, no strikes, one down, runner at first base. Glacier Pilots 7, Bucs 0. Double play ball. Out at second in time. Out at first is not. So a fielder's choice will set down Con Taguchi. Elijah Rodriguez is at first. Off of a 6-4 putout. That's all you'll get. But now 2 down with the runner at first base. The 3-hole Nathan Barraza.
Now batting Nathan Barraza.
The Pilots have scored 1 run since the second. Ball inside. 2 runs in the first, 4 runs in the second, all of them coming off the starter, J.D. Goodcase. Outside of that, just 1 run against Luis Becerra, who was in relief. Did he go? No, he didn't. 2 balls, no strikes. Sarat stares in. Burkhalter gives him a signal. 2-0 pitch. Right down the heart of the plate. Loud strike 1. Burkhalter and Sarat, all the pitchers that we've seen today. Becerra, Sarat, Goodcase. Along with Burkhalter, they call their own games. No wristbands. No buttons. No earpieces. These guys do it all themselves. Coach Ken Hocup wants them to learn now. Runner goes. Ball's hit hard off the ankle of Barraza. He giddies up and comes back to the box. 2 balls, 2 strikes now, 2 down. Sarat trying to get himself out of the bottom of the 7th. Make sure that Barraza is good. Just has his ankle too. Now the 2-2. Way high. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch with 2 down in the bottom of the 2nd from Michael Sarat. Runner goes. Foul ball. Right back to the Anchorage Bucs dugout. The wind picking up even more now. But with the sun, 62 degrees, feels great. Sarat throws over. That's what's interesting. 51 a couple of days ago with clouds. Felt miserable. Freezing. There was snow on the ground. 62 with the sun out. Oh, it's great. 3 balls, 2 strikes, payoff. This is popped up. Right field. Tracking over and making the catch is Ben Hart. 4 up, 3 down. In the bottom of the 7th, we've got 2 innings to play from Mulcahy. The Pilots 7, your Bucs 0, and we return the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
They call him the harder farmer, a real bad man with a soft side for hard lemonade. He's got a nose for lemons and for trouble. This time he's back with half tea, half lemonade, and 100%. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Get your hands on some today before the harder farmer gets his hands on you.
When Subway opened, they changed the fast food game. But sometimes you gotta refresh to be fresh. Welcome to the Eat Fresh Refresh, where there's so much new, some say it can't fit in one ad. I say, we're talking a new All-American Club, deli-style oven-roasted turkey, and...
Oh, that's a new steak and cheese.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. That's the one with the new seasoning.
And that was the new MVP Parmesan vinaigrette.
Right, which makes the next level foot... Hold up, the Subway logo? Wait, I'm out of...
Back here at Mulcahy Stadium, the Bucs, your Anchorage Bucs, trailing the Glacier Pilots 7-0. Ethan Oseguera now in the game, the new pitcher. Across the way for the Pilots, out of Lamar University is Oseguera. The fourth pitcher this team has seen. 6 foot tall, 180 pounds. Oseguera. 6 appearances for Lamar, 5 1/3 innings pitched, allowed just 1 earned run, 4 hits, walked a couple, and a 1.69 ERA. No strikeouts over his 5 1/3. Looking for his first one of those in a while. As the 9-hole hitter Curtis Hebert stands in for the Bucs. First pitch, Hebert gets, is low from Oseguera. Bucs need something. Down to the last 6 outs here in the opening game of the ABL season. Big whiff from Hebert. 1-1 count. Hebert, second base hit of the game to left field. Well, that's a start. And it gives you maybe the most dangerous hitter in this entire lineup, your leadoff, Lex Bodeker. If you didn't know.
Lex Bodeker.
Matthew Stafford went to the same high school as Clayton Kershaw. And Lex Bodeker has 16 home runs. That's going to become a talking point pretty frequently this season. Check swing, didn't go, ball outside. Trying to put the Bucs on the board with a blast, a hit, something. With Hebert over at first, the ball low. Oseguera, not an overpowering fastball. His stuff is not elite, not going to get you to swing and miss too much. As it goes fastball outside corner, called strike. But he can surely induce a lot of pop-ups. And groundouts. 2-1. Hard hit, shortstop, double play ball. Play at second's made. Throw to first, not in time. Lex Bodeker reaches first base. Safely on the fielder's choice and gives way in the lineup to center fielder Cole Lacey. 1 down now, and Bodeker stands at first.
Center fielder Cade Lacey.
Lacey out of Phoenix College. Right back up the middle. This is a tough play. Shortstop Nicoluk, throw to first in time. Cade Lacey's retired. He's the one. There's 2 rosters. One says Cade and one says Cole. I think it's Cade. I'm going to err on the side of Cade Lacey. He is retired on the 6-3. Bodeker moves to second base. He's in scoring position for the lefty Ben Hart. Please get a hit. Ben Har from San Diego. The college, not the town. Called strike. USD last year. I should say in the spring, not even last year, a couple weeks ago. Swing and a miss. Did not log a statistic. 6'1" freshman, 190 pounds from La Mesa, California. 0-2 in the dirt. While I cannot give you any stats from his year, I can tell you his major is undeclared. That information is provided by San Diego. 1-2 now. Low and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. From Oseguera to Ben Har. 2-2, 2 down, runner at second. 2's wild. Ball outside. No! Called strike 3. Couple of inches off the plate. Team's down 7-0. Give them a break. No, sir. Pilots bat next. Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network.
I'm currently the discipline engineering team leader at VP Wind. I'm actually a chemical engineer by training. I started my career in the upstream oil and gas division. Spent about 8 years supporting operations, both in onshore and offshore processing platform. I knew I was ready for a change. As luck had it, I ended up in wind on a short-term assignment, which then I knew had to turn into a long-term assignment. I think if I were to advise people who are in upstream now and would like to transition into renewables, I would say learn as much as you can about the actual problems that wind farms face, the challenges they have to overcome, and how your skill set can help solve those problems. The general operating principles and operating rigor is the same, whether you're in upstream oil and gas or supporting operations on a wind farm.
Back live from Anchorage, America. Drake Toll with you on the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network. Michael Sarrad back on the mound. Bucs needing something. It's the bottom of the 8th, contrary to what the scoreboard says. And a big whiff and a miss. Oh, 1 count. It's all right. Worked 4 up, 3 down. And bottom of the 7th, and gets a big cut and a miss here. He's now way ahead, 0-2. Let's see what he does, the 0-2. Against Jacob Stinson. He goes in the dirt with it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Rat's already got a couple of Ks. See if he can add a few more this half inning. 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss. Gets away from Burkhalter. Maybe it didn't. At least Stinson thought it did. Instead, Burkhalter dishes it around, and there's another strikeout for Sarrat. It's the 9th strikeout of the day for the Anchorage Bucs. That'll play. Sure will play. Sarrat. Get the foul ball right back in our crowd, Mike, from Will Henson. Henson, freshman from Lindenwood, batting in the 5-hole, down 0-1, now down 0-2. Sarrat Transfer portal product. Going to make somebody real happy. Said he's getting some looks from some D1 schools. Whole lot of real good D2 schools. Whoever will give him good innings and is a good program, right fit, you'll win the Michael Sarrat lottery. Gawking over him when he throws a ball high. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 down, nobody on. Pilots 7, Bucs 0, bottom of the 8th. 2-strike pitch. Boom. Breaking ball. Not close to the zone. I'm just impressed. Solid breaker from Sarrat. 2-2. Henson does well to lay off of it. Counts even. Off the handle of the bat to the shortstop. Hocuff. Gotcha. 6-3 put out. Now 2 down. The Anchorage Bucs looking for a 3-up, 3-down inning. That has been a rarity in this game as Troy Harding steps up.
Troy Harding.
Product California Community College, second season Glacier Pilot. Hit .361 with 4 home runs in 35 games last year for the squad. Hits a foul ball here. I want to let you know if you've been joining us tonight. Hey, thanks. Still figuring out the bells and whistles of the newly renovated Anchorage Bucs baseball network. 0-1 pitch. Another foul ball. Come join us again tomorrow night. The Miners come to town. It's the Chinooks on Wednesday, and then a 3-game homestand. Whole lot of home games start this year. 0-2 pitch from Sarrat. Bounces up off of Burkhalter. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Hey! Bye! Fan and a miss. Sarrat, your world. 4th strikeout of the night. Nicely done, kid. Boy. Take out the first 2 innings. This game's been great. Bucs 0. Pilots 7 when we return. Bucs need 7 at the top of the 9th.
Arby's new Steakhouse Garlic Ribeye Sandwich. Who knew the best thing to come from a steakhouse wouldn't even come from a steakhouse? Arby's did, that's who. Arby's, we have the meat.
Subway has so much new, I couldn't fit it all in the last ad.
Yep, so let me finish this. There's new hickory smoked bacon, fresh mozzarella, smashed avocado. You know what? There's a lot. But it all makes a better footlong.
Can I get a word in?
Sure, take the tagline.
Because
you got a refresh to be fresh.
It's the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway, and they're refreshing everything from how they make it to how they bake it to how they bring it to you.
This new Turkey Cali Fresh is incredible.
Do you even eat bread?
Steph, it's a commercial.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. I want that personal price plan. So how's this for personal? I draw mustaches on players' faces when they're asleep.
Coach Reed, you don't need to get that personal to get the State Farm personal price plan. It helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Oh.
Coach, it happened again.
I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Call or click to get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Back from Mulcahy Ballpark. Bucs are needing quite a bit. We take you to the top of the 9th. They trail 7-0 against the Anchorage Glacier Pilots. Relief pitching has not been an issue. The relievers have only given up 1 run in this one for your Bucs. The bats have not gotten going, obviously. 0 runs. But truly, the relievers that have seen playing time today have been more than serviceable. It was just a slow start from the righty who came out on the bump to begin things, J.D. Goodcase. Since then, though, the Bucs haven't had many issues. 4-hole hitter. Dante Turgeon stands in. Hard grounder, just foul left side. You know, Trey Richardson, product of Texas Christian University, former Baylor Bear, hit 2 grand slams in the game yesterday against Arkansas. Oh, a little dribbler. Right back to Oserergo. Throw to first is in time. That gets Turgeon. Your Bucs are down to their last 2 outs. Richardson hit 2 grand slams in the game against Arkansas yesterday, en route to eventually knocking off the Hogs altogether. 2 days ago, he did it. He had 2 grand slams in a game. As Jackson Sorensen from Gonzaga steps in. That led TCU to the regional victory in Fayetteville. If the Bucs were to get 2 grand slams here, well, they would have the lead. They would have to close it out in the bottom of the 9th, but that's what you need. It's easy enough that somebody did it within this weekend. Why not Bucs? 2-0. Dirt. Way ahead for Jackson Sorensen. Big first baseman. The 3-0. He swung. Fouled it off. Huh. All right, green light on the 3-0 from Ken Hocuff, who stands way outside of the third base coach's box. He created his own. 3-1, outside. Runner at first. 5-pitch walk to Jackson Sorensen. I'll do it. There you go. Look over there to the left side of your screen. That little dot walking around the coach's box. Well, he's back in it now. He created his own about 15 feet closer to where the camera is. Don't say I can't run the camera. Well, now it's jacked up. Okay. Runner on first. 1 down. Sorensen gives way to Jacob Rebrook, who takes a strike. Rebrook from Pepperdine, starting at third base. Batting in the 6th hole. 0-1 pitch, way outside. As I mentioned, we'll be live again, same YouTube channel. Subscribe to it, I guess. Share it with your friends, your relatives. You can watch this team play all 36 regular season games in the Alaskan Baseball League. 1-1 upstairs. Tonight is not indicative of the way the season's going to go for the Anchorage Bucs. It's game 1 of the Summer League baseball season. Put a wood bat in your hands and stuff like this happens. Tough to hit. 2-1. Foul straight back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There, that's back. A little bit of an earthquake there. Largest earthquake in recorded North American history actually happened in Alaska, 1964. Speaking of earthquakes, 2-2. Just low. Now 2 inches below the knees. On the 6-hole Rebrook. Count's gone full. 3-2, runner at first. Payoff, way upstairs. Consecutive free passes. And the Bucs have a little bit brewing here. Cart before the horse and all that stuff. But Trent Burkhalter, the catcher from Nebraska Omaha, comes up. With 1 down, he got runners at first and second. Burkhalter can do something here. Make a little noise. Why not, huh?
Now batting, Trenton Burkhalter.
Burkhalter, 6-foot-tall product from Minnesota, 205 pounds. Takes a strike, right at the knees. Fastball. Down 0-1. Becerra checks over to second. Fires a ball inside. Becerra. Sorry. 1-1. In there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Turgeon at second. Make it Sorensen at second. Rebrook at first. Burkhalter at the plate. Trying to get a little rally going. The 2-strike pitch. Just fouled off. Out of the glove of the catcher, Watham. One, two. The count remains the same. Becerra shakes one off. Now gets one that he likes. Looks over at second base. Deals. Another foul ball. Burkhalter hits it right off of his own shin. Rubs some dirt on it. Stands back in. 8:30 local time. Lights are still not on. They still don't need to be. Circle just outside. 1-2 pitch. Upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Count's gone even. Burkhalter has fouled off a couple. Staying alive in the at-bat. Oh, loud foul ball. Hit hard on the ground to the left side. I'd like to remind you tonight's game is sponsored by Panasonic. No cards there. No card required to buy a Panasonic. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Home plate umpire calls time as they get the foul ball relayed back in. The pitch. This blooped into left field and down for a base hit. Load the bases. A single from the catcher, Trent Burkhalter. And now you got 3 on with only 1 down. The shortstop, Logan Hocuff, comes to the plate. So you're saying there's a chance. All right. Let's see what old Hocuff can do here. They're juiced for you, kid. Shortstop, 8-hole hitter, Allegheny College. Ball eye level. And here comes the catcher, Watham. And the head coach, Dave Serrano. They want to talk to the pitcher, Ethan Oseguera. I can only imagine the conversations going like this. Hey, Serrano's using a lot of his hands too. A lot of his hands here. You guys seeing this? Saying, hey, we're up by a lot. Look, there's one thing we got to do. One thing. Look at that over there. You see that over there? We're going to get outs. You hear that? Outs. Ah. Yeah, you got it. You got it. And we play on. Bucs have them loaded. 8-hole Hocuff is up 1-0. That's what happens when you leave me within arm's reach of the camera. What can you do for me? 1-0 pitch from Becerra. Ball inside. Pilots fans don't like it. You can hear how vocal they are about it. 2-0. Right down the pipe. Skied. Could be an infield fly ball. That is the call. Catch is made by the second baseman. Henson. Won't matter. Infield fly. Hocuff back to the dugout. Curtis Hebert, the Portland product, with a couple of base hits today.
The 50-50 winner has been drawn. The winning number is 325033.
325033, the 50-50 card winner, which is being announced in the top of the ninth. You got to stay for the whole game if you want to win that pot. Oh, with 2 down, 9-hole, Hebert. Whoa! Watch out. Buzzed right by his chest. He's ahead 1-0. Hebert with a hit would at least put the Bucs on the board. Hey, guess what? The Bucs aren't going home scoreless. Hebert's got a single. How about a 2 RBI single? 3 base hits today for Hebert. The 9-hole coming through big time. Sorensen and Rebrook come home to score. Burkhalter to third. Abear stands at first. 7-2 Bucs. Boy, that feels good, doesn't it? Even if the Bucs don't get away with a win tonight. Still trailing by 5 runs with Bodeker at the plate, though, by the way, who has hit 16 home runs. That would make things very interesting. First pitch hits that bat way outside. Down to your last out. Maybe the Bucs don't win this game, but at least you got a couple of runs on the board. You showed that outside of the first 2 innings, you had a pretty good game. Bodeker ripped hard, right side, and just within the reach of the second baseman, Henson. That does it for the ball game. Now before the Bucs make a little bit of noise in the top of the 9th, your final score, Pilots 7, Bucs 2. Anchorage, the Bucs that is, not the Pilots. Anchorage won tonight. The Bucs falling to 0-1 on their campaign. The Pilots, who won 8 of the 9 meetings between these 2 teams last year, they take tonight's, again, your final score, 7-2. 2 runs on 7 hits for the Miners, for the Bucs, that is. The scoreboard here at Mulcahy says Miners. That's just not who's playing. And 1 error for the team. As for the Glacier Pilots, well, we don't have to talk about it. Remember to join us tomorrow as we'll be back. Your Bucs at home taking on the Miners. Trying to get the first win of the season in the Alaskan Baseball League for this team. That will be the Miners' second game of the year. They are up 4-0 on Chugiak right now in the bottom of the 8th. As the players go over to the beer garden, say hello to the fans, the Bucs have a meeting in left field where they talk about the loss. Well, we'll pick it up. It'll get better. Summer League Baseball would bat 0-1. A whole lot of good teams that started 0-1. For Drake Toll and our producer, Drake Toll, and everybody else in the broadcast booth, thank you for watching the Anchorage Bucs Baseball Network, the Full Sail pregame show, as well as all 9 innings of action. We will be back tomorrow night for even more of it right here. Pregame show starting at 5:45 Alaskan time, which is different for everybody else. You do the math. It's 9:45 on the East Coast. Deduce it from there. Final score, Pilots 7, Bucs 2. Let's turn it around tomorrow. Thanks for watching. It's 8:36 and still light outside, but good night, everybody. And as always, it's still a great day to be a Buc.
Arby's new Steakhouse Garlic Ribeye Sandwich. Who knew the best thing to come from a steakhouse wouldn't even come from a steakhouse? Arby's did, that's who. Arby's, we have the meats.
Subway has so much new, I couldn't fit it all in the last ad.
Yep, so let me finish this. There's new hickory smoked bacon, fresh mozzarella, smashed avocado. You know what? There's a lot. But it all makes a better footlong.
Can I get a word in?
Sure, take the tagline.
Because
you got to refresh to be fresh.
It's the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway, and they're refreshing everything from how they make it to how they bake it to how they bring it to you.
This new turkey Cali Fresh is incredible.
Do you even eat bread?
Steph, it's a commercial.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. I want that personal price plan. So how's this for personal? I draw mustaches on players' faces when they're asleep.
Coach Reed, you don't need to get that personal to get the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Oh.
Coach, it happened again.
I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Call or click to get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.